Hello, I'm Alejandra.
And I'm Angelica, and in this video we will be discussing Berkeley's master arguments, its criticisms, and how he brings in the idea of God in response.
So, Berkeley's master argument is that mind-independent objects don't exist because it's impossible to conceive them. You'd be wrong to suggest the existence of a mind-independent object because thinking of it depends solely on the mind. Therefore, all objects are in the mind and no objects that are independent of the mind exist.
An objection is that Berkeley's argument, if valid, would prove too much. It would show that I could not make sense of the idea of anything existing outside of my mind. In this case, it would mean that only my mind could exist, and so would lead directly to the trap of solipsism. The trap of solipsism essentially causes the thought that all that can be known to exist is my own mind, and the reason as to why it is called a trap is because it can trap one into certain ways of negative, unhealthy views and thinking. An example of these thoughts and views include losing all sense of right and wrong due to the fact that nothing truly, supposedly, exists outside of our minds, leading to a poor outlook on life.
However, Berkeley wanted to emphasize the importance of understanding that things still do exist in some way. Our life is not meaningless and continues to be very much real. He responded to these criticisms mentioned by Angelica by claiming that an all-knowing, always-looking and omnipotent God can be the cause for ideas that make up the world. In this, he attempts to argue that everything we see and feel is an effect of God's power as he is intimately present in our consciousness. So according to Berkeley, God can be directly responsible for causing our sense data and all that exists, including mankind. So things do exist, even if only as ideas in the mind of God. He is a permanent perceiver of all that exists, and the regularity and predictability of the universe suggests the involvement of this perfect and powerful God, is what Berkeley tries to argue.